So we're going to have a student come up and share his story about how he came to know Christ and how he's grown in his faith since. May y'all please give a big warm welcome to Drew Hansen. Awesome. Drew, can you share a little bit about what life was like growing up and your spiritual background?
So I grew up in a Christian home, and even though I went to church nearly every Sunday, I never really paid attention that much. I didn't really care. I didn't really see the need for church. And so even though my family was Christian, my life at home didn't really fit too well with that description. So my dad was an alcoholic. I was never really close to him. I never really looked up to him. And so when I was young, he was gone a lot for work, and then as I got older, he was in rehab a lot. And so my mom, she was a workaholic, and so I was never really close to her either. And so because of my family life, because I was never really close to them, I didn't really feel loved by anybody. And even though I was in a Christian home, I wasn't saved. I didn't have my faith in Jesus, and I believed that no one loved me and no one cared about me.
How did you come to know Christ, and how have you grown in your faith since then?
And so one day in church, when I was in the 8th grade, my youth pastor said, God doesn't love you because of the things you've done or because of what you wear, but he loves you because of who he is. And so I had believed that I was unlovable, but I learned that God loved me and that he loved me unconditionally by dying on a cross for me. And so this led me to seek God and to question, how do I know if I'm saved? And so I started Googling Bible verses, and I came to the conclusion that, we're saved by grace through faith. And so it was around that time that I put my faith in Jesus and I was saved. And so I started seeking God on my own, and I started reading my Bible and listening to sermons, but I never really grew closer to community. And so all through high school, I was kind of an isolated Christian. I was growing closer to God, but I wasn't growing closer in community. And I even got to the point where I knew I couldn't grow closer, I couldn't grow in my faith more until I got into a strong Christian community. And so it wasn't until I got here in college that I was finally able to get that. Being part of the BSM and part of the leadership team here has been a huge part of me growing in my faith. And so although growing up I didn't feel loved by anybody, I know I have found true love in Jesus Christ. And I want other people to be able to experience that as well.
What is a word of encouragement or challenge you'd like to share with everyone?
So I would encourage you to take initiative in your faith and to ask yourself, what is God calling you to do here and now? So for me in the 8th grade, that was Googling Bible verses. Or for me now, it's going to Germany in the summer and sharing the gospel with people and telling them that God loves them. So maybe for you, that's reading your Bible or talking to someone in class. Or if you don't know Jesus yet, then maybe it's to consider him as your Lord. And so I ask all of you to consider, what is God calling you to do here and now?
Can we say thank you?